So I will just show you some, samples. Okay, so I will just show you what I want you guys to do. Most probably we will be meeting on Monday, right, 15th. So yes, so what I want you guys to do is like, so this is clear, right? So this is not mine. Okay, this is not mine. I just want to clearly state that because this looks horrible and mine is not like that. Okay, so this is one of the previous works of one of the previous students. So I don't know to whom it belongs to. So this is one of the oldest works. So I got the samples from school only. So here, as you can see, it's yellow trousers actually, on which there are like black vertical stripes. Okay, so here, so when we take elements of design, so under design fundamentals, we learned a lot of things, like we learned about elements of designs, we learned about principles of design, and apart from all these things, we also learned the difference between art and design. Right. What comes under art and what comes under design, and what makes both of them different, right? We learned all these things. Apart from that, we also learned color theories, color psychologies, and different color schemes, right? Okay, so this one, so which all are the elements of design? So let me ask that question first. Yes, point is there, lines are there, then the third one, texture is there, right? Shapes are there, right? So all these comes under elements of design, or EOD. We can call it EOD, or elements of design. So what is the speciality of point or dot? So this question was there for your term one examination actually. It wasn't like what is the speciality of point or dot? Which one of the element of design has the power to make an inactive area to an active surface? That is point. So just consider a blank paper. Okay, just consider the blank paper. If it is a blank paper, then that means it's an inactive surface or plane, right? So what if we put a dot over there? Then it makes that single dot makes that plane surface an active surface, right? So that is the one element which have the power to make an inactive surface an active one. Yes. So dot, we know small dots are there, big dots are there, right? And when it comes to the apparels or garments, bigger dots and smaller dots do uh, participate in creating a kind of illusion regarding the silhouette of the wearer, right? Yes, we know that. When it comes to stripes also, or lines as we call it, so lines, different types of lines are there, straight lines are there, zigzag lines are there, curvy lines are there, vertical, horizontal lines are there, the thicker ones are there, thinner ones are there, which also participate in creating, this kind of illusion when one wears it, right? So yes, so here what we can see is like an example for a vertical line. So that is what they call it. But I don't kind of feel it's like a stripe or line. But yes, it's an example for vertical line. Okay, so this particular sketch here that we can see right now is an example for vertical sketch. So this is another student work, as you know, so for vertical line. So here, I don't know whether you can see it clearly. So in the upper torso part, right? So you can see horizontal lines, if I'm not wrong. Is it clear? Horizontal lines. So this one is an example for horizontal lines. So another example. So I guess this one will not be that clear. So this one is an example for horizontal lines. So again, in the torso part, you can see these horizontal gray lines over that black design. So this one is kind of example for diagonal lines, right? Diagonal lines, yes. Now, the color wheel. The color wheel, right? So we do have a lot of color wheel examples out there. So in this particular color wheel, this one is made out of, color pencil. So when it comes to color pencils, all the variety of colors are available over there. So you don't have to mix, and suffer creating all these color shades from the basic primary colors. So as we know, yellow, blue, and red, the other primary colors. And the colors that we get after mixing all these two of the primary colors together, we get the secondary colors. And when we mix one primary color and one secondary color together, we get tertiary colors. So like that, total we have 12 colors in a color wheel. Okay, that question was also there for your term and examination. So in total, there are 12 colors in a color wheel. Okay, so yes, so now we know, right? So 3 primary colors, 3 secondary colors, and 6 tertiary colors. Likewise, total 12 colors are there in a color. So now, the next thing, we learn different color theories, color schemes, color psychology and all, right? What each color signifies, and based on religion, society, the culture we live in, each color is having different meanings. It signifies different things. For one community, when white signifies peace, or when white is used for marriage, others use it as a widows use white colors, yes. So like that. So different. When one use black for marriage, others use black for mourning death, right? So like that, differences are there. When one community, red is considered as a danger signal, a danger color, and in another community it is considered as auspicious, right? So like that, different colors are having different meanings when based on the tradition, based on the society, based on our beliefs. So color theory, color psychology. Now, different color schemes. We learned about different color schemes, right? We learned about monochromatic color schemes. We learned about tetrads. We learned about achromatic color schemes. We learned about triads, tetrads, and all, right? Yes, complementary color schemes. So, complementary. Can anyone give me an example for complementary color scheme? So I will just show you the color wheel, okay? I will just show you the color. Just
Red,
tell me.
green.
Yes, red, green. Okay, red and green is complementary color scheme. Again, another example for complementary color scheme.
Orange and blue.
Orange and blue, yes. Okay. So these are. So what is that? What makes green and red a complementary colors, and what makes orange and blue complementary colors?
Opposite.
Yes, lies opposite to each other. Yes, right. In the color wheel. Opposite colors in the color wheel. That is what makes them complementary color scheme. So what about a chromatic color scheme? Achromatic. Achromatic is all about grays. Okay, so we know monochromatic, right? Tint, tones, and shades of a single hue, right? So that is what monochromatic color scheme is. So what about a chromatic color scheme? A chromatic color scheme is all about tones. Not only tones, it's just about grays. Okay, it's just about grays. So that is what it is. So that is what an achromatic color scheme. So what about triad? You just need to draw an equilateral triangle inside a color wheel. So then you get a triad, right? So the three colors, which comes in the three corners of a triangle, that is what a triad is, right? Yes, you just need to turn your triangle, then you will get different triads, right? So next. And after that, we learned about principles of design. So here I will just show you examples for primary color. Okay. So primary color scheme. A design example for primary color scheme. So blue, red at the waistband and yellow as a skirt. Okay, so primary color scheme. Next, secondary color schemes, green, orange and violet. Okay. Then tertiary color schemes, 6 colors. Red, orange, blue, violet, yellow, green, like that, 6 colors are there. So tertiary colors. Now, so yes, blue, red and yellow, they are not just primary colors, they are also triad, right? They're also triad. So an example, complementary colors, violet and yellow. Okay. Analogous colors, red, orange and yellow. What makes them analogous? The colors which lie closer to each other, 3 colors. Okay, so that is what analogous is. Monochromatic. Yes. Blues, darker blue, lighter blue. So the tint, tones and shades of blue. The monochromatic scheme of blue. Tint, tones and shades of blue. Yes. Now let's talk about principles of design. Yes. So what all are there? What all comes under principles of design?
Rhythm, balance,
Rhythm, balance, yes, proportions,
contrast, contrast,
contrast, value, right? So what all comes under, tell me what all comes under principles of design? The balance is there, under balance itself, symmetrical balance is there, asymmetrical balance is there, right? When it comes to rhythm, so tell me about rhythm. Let me just go to that part.
regular rhythm,
Yes, regular rhythm is there. Flowing rhythm is there. Progressive rhythm is there, right? So 3 types of rhythms are there: regular rhythm, flowing rhythm, and progressive rhythm. Yes. So balance, as I said, asymmetrical and symmetrical balance is there. Then emphasis, yes, emphasis. What is the speciality of emphasis?
to stand out.
To stand out. It's really important to stand out, right? Yes. To stand out. Yes, that is what emphasis is all about. So why it is important when it comes to design? Why emphasis is considered as a one of the principles of design. Why it needs to stand out? Let me just ask you that. Why it needs to stand out? Okay, so there is this one pen. Okay, so there is this multiple number of pen brands are there outside. Multiple brands produce pen, right? The normal pen, right? But some of us do prefer a particular brand. Like we are a loyal customer of that particular brand, right? So why is it like that? If it comes to me, I'm like, I really love cello gripper. Okay, I really love cello gripper. But when it comes to Lexi and one other pen is there, Lexi is also fine. Okay, Lexi is fine, but I really prefer cello gripper. Then second option comes Technotive, Uniball. I really love it. But certain pens are there which I don't use. Okay, because it makes my handwriting so roundy round. The curvy ones, but I don't like curvy handwriting. So I want it to be sharp and precise and small. So I prefer these cello grippers and all. So that is what made whoever sat behind me, it was really difficult for them to look at my answer sheet and copy down whatever they wanted. Okay. But my intention wasn't that. Okay, my handwriting was really small, and because of the cello gripper pen and all, it really made it look really small and congested, which made it difficult for them to just copy it down. So, however, how much I try, it's not. I can't see. I can't see. They were like that. Huh? So yes. So I'm a loyal customer for this particular brand. So when I was in school also, when I was in college also, and now as a teacher also, I prefer this. Okay. Huh? So cello gripper. So I'm a loyal customer. So it something makes it special for me, right? Something makes this particular pen stand out. Maybe the comfort, maybe the finishing it gives, right? And something makes me avoid or reject those other brands out there, right? Or the other variants that is there out there, right? Yes. So for me, it just stands out or it just attracts me. So what if all the pens were just the same? Just think that there was no cello gripper, there was no Technotive, there was no Uniball, there was no Lexi. All was just the same pen, same blue. So some prefer blue, some prefer black, some prefer red, some prefer green, right? Just think that there is just blue ink Lexi pens or under different names. Okay. Nothing stands out there, right? So how can you make it stand out? How can you make your product? So you decided to launch a new pen brand, but what you can only do is like you can just innovate something with the blue ink, the same technique, the same nib and all. So how can you make that particular product stand out? What all options are there with you to make your pen or your product stand out from all those options that is available out there? So you can make the outer structure of your pen more comfortable. Okay, sometimes you might feel like after writing for a while, you will be like, oh, my fingers, it's like really uncomfortable. I need to take a rest, right? So certain pens are really uncomfortable, right? Whereas certain pens are really comfortable. We can just go on and on and on, right? So just like that Apsara pencil advertisement, we can just write darker, clearer, comfortable pencils. You can just write an essay. Can go on, right? So you can just innovate, or you can just design a better cover for this pen. Okay, the better cover, which is more comfortable for the writers, which provide more grip, which provide more grip, more comfort, easy to handle and all. So in that way, you can make your product stand out. So a lot of videos are off. Why is it like that? Should I remove you from the participants list? Is it like that? Sanchana, Nestle, Lakshmi, and Gaia is not well. Okay. What about the other three? So you need to really work on the design part, right? So why emphasis is really important when it comes to design? Your product really needs to stand out from the crowd. If everything looks similar, if everything feels similar, then no one is going to search for something better, right? We will just go and pick something and we will just go home. So if something better, something which stands out is there in the group, then we always go for that, right? Just think about 10 gray shirts, okay, 10 gray t-shirts in your wardrobe and one red t-shirt lying in the middle. Your eyes will directly go to that red one, right? That is what an emphasis is. So your design need to stand out. So whenever you do a research, okay, so whenever you want to design a product, first part is like research, right? First part is like research. What all options are there in the market? What am I supposed to do? What is the requirement of the client or your target market? What is the requirement? What is their necessity? What they want? What they like? So research. And based on that, you will be designing multiple sketches and you will be developing prototypes. And based on the survey, based on the test, you will come to a conclusion that yes, this one fits better, right? So if you look to the market, we can just avoid the pen option. So bag. So when it comes to bags, school bags, college bags, or handbags, multiple options, multiple brands are available. So let's just forget about the brand part. Okay. Because sometimes we are like, oh my God, I just want one handbag, whatever it is, I just want that particular branded product, right? Whatever it, even if it is just a slipper, I just want it. Let's just forget about the brand part. So let's concentrate on the product. Okay, so let's just think about a handbag or a school bag. Okay, so now we are going to design a school bag. So think about all the books, all the papers, all the pens, erasers, all the stuff that you need to carry. Okay, so most probably you will have 8 periods a day, right? 8 subjects, so 8 periods a day. So you need to carry all the subjects. So when it comes to a science student, they will have biology, they will have chemistry, physics, and instead of maths, you have fashion studies. And for the ones with maths, they do have maths textbook and then English and all. Right. So we do have multiple subjects, and textbook is there, notebook is there. When it comes to chemistry, part one, part two is there. Physics, part one, part two is there. When it comes to biology, then zoology and the botany is there, right? Notebooks for both of them. So like that. And think about carrying this big record book along with your fashion studies notebook and textbook and all the stuff that you need to do all these projects. Okay, so think about everything that you need to carry. Okay, so you do have our school bag. right? The one-sided one. Is it comfortable for you to carry all these stuff? Okay, just forget about the fashion studies part. Is it comfortable for you to carry all the books that you have and all the books that you need to carry, all the stuff that you need to carry to school? You all will be walking like Mohanlal, right? And especially the lower classes, they are not like Mohanlal. They are like this, right? Their bag will be like, they will be mopping all the floors. They will be like literally, right? Yes. So is it comfortable? Do it fulfill your requirements, your necessities, your needs, your wants, your likes? So this one thing that I noticed when a lot of students came for attending their exams. Okay, so that was why I'm taking that as exam. Okay. Was it comfortable? So me as a person, I always prefer this backpacks because it's not like one shoulder. We can just hold the weight on both the shoulders, right? Yes, it is much comfortable, and it do have a lot of space where we can put our lunch box if we want, a huge water bottle. We can even put our pencil pouch colors, our books and all, right? It's more comfortable. Even though we can just hold the weight on both the shoulders, right? So it's more comfortable. And yes, when it comes to backpacks, a lot of options are out there, right? If you want to travel, there is a rucksack. If you want to go for trekking, then there is another option with a lot of compartments. Hmm. If you want to go to college or school, then there is another set of backpacks. And if you just want a backpack for study, you just want to carry your mobile phone and pouch, there is a mini version of backpack, right? Hmm. So a lot of options are there for each and every function, right? So when I was a college student, I used to carry this rucksack. It was like a 60 liters one, I guess. So my main purpose of buying that single one with a huge capacity was that I don't want to carry another bag in my hand. I don't want anything around me. I just want to hold everything inside me. And it was like the only thing that doesn't fit inside my bag was my phone. I used to fit each and every single thing inside. I was like, I used to carry a whole supermarket inside it. Whenever I used to travel back from home to college, I used to carry a whole supermarket. Fruits will be there, bread will be there, all cooking things will be there, my dress will be there, my books will be there, everything will be there. And the moment I felt the speciality of my particular backpack is when I had to carry one of my cousin's backpack. So when I recently went to Bangalore, so my backpack was with one of my cousins. So it was like traveling with them. So I had to carry my another cousin's backpack. So then I realized that how small other backpacks are compared to my one. It wasn't even fitting. So I had to carry another handbag, my side bag, then my backpack to accommodate all my stuff inside it. Okay. So for me, I really need maybe a sack to carry all my stuff. So for me, the main purpose is to carry a lot of things. So I want to accommodate a lot of stuff inside it. It should be capable of accommodating a lot of stuff when I travel from home to college. And when it comes to you, your purpose is comfort. It should, again, accommodation, right? So what makes you go with a particular brand there in that case? So yes, the capacity is like 6 liters. Okay. So the brand says the capacity is like 6 liters. You can just carry whatever you want. Okay. So what will happen once I put all my stuffs and everything? I just wore it on my shoulder, and soon after 5 minutes, it just broke. What if my back broke and everything comes out? The quality will means they compromise on quality, right? So there the brand doesn't fulfill the requirement or the function on for which it was manufactured for. Right. So just like when it comes to school bags, we are manufacturing it for a particular function. So it should be comfortable for the students to wear it. It should be it should accommodate all the stuff that a student is supposed to carry to school. Right. So like this. And it shouldn't break in between. So it's like you will be traveling in private buses or school buses. Some of you will be sitting, some of you will be standing. So right. So it shouldn't like break, or tear apart in between on your way to school. So you, whenever you go for buying certain buy this for here, it's like you can just use the school bags, right? The one we you get from school. So, but when I was a student, we can just buy anything from outside. So we were like, yes, I will just buy this diesel bag. So diesel bag was really trending at that time. And now when I say it, it's like, oh, so old. It's so old fashioned. Why people are still carrying those ones? Now it's like when I went to college, we were like, yes, now it's like wildcraft. And all. So now this it's like Puma, and people are carrying, students are carrying Adidas and all. They are like more trendy, more brand oriented people out there, right? So why are they? So one factor is like, yes, I want to show off. Yes, I'm carrying an Adidas, right? Hmm? So one part is like showing off, yes, and another part, yes. Whenever you carry Adidas to school, it's like showing off only. Yes, yes, it's that only. Yes. Hmm. And another thing is like, yes, of course, they provide comfort. I don't know whether you remember it or not. Once I showed you an advertisement. Okay. So, in order to discuss the semiotics part and all, we discussed those advertisements in the beginning of this particular chapter itself, right? In order to discuss the importance of designing. Okay. So, whenever we design a product, it should have a, even though if it is small, it should have some difference. It should stand out, or people should be able to differentiate it from other brands or other products. So just like when we go for buying dresses, we prefer a particular shop. We mostly prefer a particular shop, right? Why? We do have a reason behind it, right? Maybe they have much better collection, much better quality product. That means they stands out. Just like how we prefer a particular pen or a particular brand, a particular type of bag. Instead of the side one, we prefer the backpacks, right? So why? Because backpacks fulfill all our necessities and it really stands out when it compared to the side ones, right? So whenever we design something, it should be different from all the things that is out there. But emphasis is not the only important thing that you should take care of. Am I right? Emphasis not, yes, my product stands out, but it is completely useless. It shouldn't be like that. Okay, my product stands out, but it shouldn't be like that. So it should stand out in a useful way. So emphasis, that's how emphasis works. So how can you apply this emphasis? So we talked about design, how to make a design stands out. So when it comes to garments, okay, now let's talk about apparel. So how can you apply this particular part on garment design? When it comes to you're just some of your clients ask you to design a garment. Okay, so how are you going to apply this particular thing in garment making? Patterns, silhouettes, colors, textures, embellishments that you use, fabric. The fabric and texture that just goes hand in hand. So you don't have to say it separately. So the type of fabric that you use, the color you prefer, the patterns that you use. Using these things, you can just make your apply emphasis on your garment. Okay. The prints, the patterns, the stripes, the texture. Okay. The principles of design. So rhythm. Okay, so this is an example for rhythm. The gown, skirt, balance. You know balance. Balance is really easy, right? Balance is really easy. Contrast, light and darker shades of green. Emphasis. This is also an example for contrast only. Okay, emphasis. So yes. So what about proportion? The proportion is basically the size difference. Okay, basically the size difference. So if you are wearing sometimes crop tops looks better with the high-waisted skirts, right? Crop tops looks better with high-waisted skirts and high-waisted jeans, right? And if you are wearing a low-waist jeans with a crop top, then it kind of looks awkward, right? So proportion. So both of the pieces shouldn't be smaller, but one should be small and the other should be large. That's the proportion. So that is what it is. And what about wearing a mini shorts and a oversized hoodie or t-shirt along with it? Yes, it looks cute. But what if you step out of your room to buy some snacks and people will be saying, oh, she's not wearing anything under, right? She's just wearing a t-shirt or a hoodie. Oh my gosh, such a shame. Right? Yes. Yes. It's trendy and all. It looks cute. It's good to see in those K-dramas and all, but it's not practical. Yes. So proportion. That is how proportion improves. Yes. So principles of design. So we saw a lot of examples today, right? Along with whatever we learned in the chapter. So like this, I want you guys to develop examples for each and every single thing that we learned in this chapter. It's easy, right? You just need to color. You just need to show an example. Okay, it's easy, right? Okay. So instead of like finding example for or creating examples for each and every principle, elements and color schemes and all, let's just select three. Okay, 3 elements, 3 principles and 3 color schemes. Any 3 color schemes, any 3 elements and any 3 principles. Okay. instead of developing swatches for everyone. So just 333, total 9 sketches. Okay, and 1 color wheel. I think that's fine. Okay, yes. Okay, then. So from Thursday onwards, we will start revision. Okay. So I guess third chapter is really easy. We know, right? You guys only did the presentation. You guys did seminar on these things, right? So once you do these activities and all, it will be really easy for you. You will be like, yes, this is chromatic, this is monochromatic, right? So it will be, you guys will be thorough with everything. You guys will be thorough with principles of design, elements of design, color schemes, color psychology, and everything. You guys will be really. So the fourth chapter is all about those hand stitches and everything. So like this, we will also try to develop few swatches, hand sewing stats. Swatches. So please be ready with your hand sewing needle, thread, and fabric. Okay. So let's just do some swatches. So let's just wind up today's session with this.